What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. Today, we are going to be deep diving into day 8 of Texans Training Camp. We were there one more time. I believe it's the 5th day now for the open public, and it was another fun day out there. It has been a glorious training camp this year. It has not been as hot as it usually is. It still is hot, but we're not baking in the sun like a brisket in the smoker. So it's all right. We're not sweating bullets. We're just out there kind of good little heat out there. But that's all good, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all that came up to me, talked to me. Hey, man, I love meeting all of y'all. So if y'all see me at training camp, make sure to tell me a hi, hello. I'm not a stranger, man. I just talk to a camera for a living. So appreciate every single one of y'all come through. Make sure you're swarming that like button, swarming the comment section. Make sure you do comment below. If you were there at Texans Training Camp, let me know right now. Also, how are you feeling about the Houston Texans as of right now? Again, 8 days into training camp. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so close to the first game of the preseason for the Houston Texans. So without further ado, let's get into what I saw today at training camp. Overall, when it comes to the day, the defense dominated again, and it is expected for the defense to continue dominating. They are one of the better defenses in the NFL. This secondary specifically is absolutely legitimate. We had the first play of, I believe it was 11 on 11s or 7 on 7s, but it was the first play, and CJ Stroud threw an interception to Kamari Lassiter. I didn't notice any lack of snaps for CJ Stroud. I'm still trying to figure out, the manufacturing of this idea that Clint Sterner had. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't see what he's trying to put out there. But hey, when you're one of the worst rated shows in Houston, it is what it is. So the Houston Texans, when it comes to the defense, it's absolutely phenomenal. When it comes to the offense, it's still a work in progress, and specifically the offensive line. Not the greatest day today. They were giving CJ some time, but coverage sacks are also a thing as well too, where CJ's holding on to the ball, and it's like, well, what can he really do? He can't throw it anywhere because you got Kamari Lassiter and Derek Stingley and Kalen Bullock and CJ Gardner-Johnson and Jalen Petrie rocking and rolling and doing their thing. Jalen Smith had an interception today on Davis Mills. CJ was not the greatest today, but I do lean into the defense controlling his day today, because the defense was phenomenal. The secondary, again, they will not get enough flowers in this video. The secondary was awesome. It is one of the best secondaries in the NFL, if not the best secondary in the NFL. This Texans defense is ready. They're ready to play week 1. I'll tell you that right now. They're celebrating, they're talking, they're chirping. They do their thing, man. And CJ Stroud had some moments as well, too. He had a few plays on him. He had a good strike to Nico Collins. There was a few plays on offense, but overall, the defense won today. They dominated the offensive line. The hope is that the offensive line could get better. We saw the same group of 5 that we've continued to see. It's Cam Robinson, Lincoln Tomlinson, Jake Andrews, Titus Howard, and then Ariante Ursery. And then whenever they do the first series with Team 1, whenever they do a second series with Team 1 again, they switched out Jake Andrews for Jarrett Patterson. So there's still competition there at the center position, but Jake Andrews is the guy that is initially getting the I guess starting out with the first series, first team, if that makes sense, because the second series goes to Jarrett Patterson, but then it goes back to Jake Andrews. So I'm going to give him the leg up on the competition. I still feel like Jake Andrews ends up being your center at the end of the day. Anybody that stood out to me, John Mechie was okay today. Jalen Noel is an absolute, he is legit, man. The route running ability he has, he had a play. I didn't get it, but that was Christian Kirk had a play on Jalen Petrie. But Jalen Noel is amazing, and Davis Mills found him a few times. As soon as the second teams went in there, first play of the game, boom, Jalen Noel, here you go, a little 7-yard out route or whatever near the sideline. It was too easy, okay? Kalen Bullock, I cannot stop talking about him. Kamari Lassiter is amazing. CJ Gardner-Johnson is amazing. Derek Stingley had himself a really good play today. We did get to see Jalen, is it no Jade? I think yeah, Jalen Reed. There's so many Jalen's and Jadens and so many of them. Jalen Reed, who limped off the field today, did have to get help from the trainers. Hopefully, nothing too serious. I haven't checked up on that actually, but he did get up and walk, but he did have to have trainers assist him. Hopefully, the rookie who had a pick six in Wednesday's camp. Yeah, today's Friday. Wednesday's camp. Hopefully, he's just fine. But overall, no injuries. Knock on wood. We're doing well there. The Houston Texans defense looks good. Offense is still a work in progress. I'm not tripping about CJ Stroud. I know a lot of people were going nuts about the interceptions and everything. Y'all got to remember this is practice. And in practice, you take more risks in practice. You do stuff that you won't do possibly in the regular game in practice. Why do I want to dump off to somebody very easily when I want to take chances and risks in practice and try to perfect that craft? Because when you see like a ball to Jaden Higgins that Jalen Petrie knocked him out a few days ago, or knocked the ball out a few days ago, well, that's a play that's going to happen in the game when it's crunch time. And CJ dropped it right in the bucket. Jalen Petrie made a hell of a play getting the helmet to the ball and knocking the ball out. Miles Bryant has been amazing at camp. He had a really good play. I believe it was on Hutchinson, I want to say, or Mechie. I think it might have been Mechie. He had a hell of a play. Mechie grabbed it. We thought he mossed him, but Miles Bryant, swarm mentality, right? He continued to play the ball and knocked it right out of his hands as Mechie was falling to the ground. Really good play by Miles Bryant. He's looked really good in camp, I'll be honest. Jalen Smith looked good again. Overall, this rookie class is pretty strong. I like what we're seeing. Jaden Higgins was included a little bit more today. Brevin Jordan as well. The Houston Texans offense, again, still a work in progress. Their O-line, it did not look too good today. I'm going to be quite honest. CJ Stroud didn't look too good today. But when it comes to the red zone specifically, the Texans continue to eat in the red zone. It's something that I'm eyeing my defense because I'm wondering, hey, if we're supposed to be a top 5 unit and we can shut down this offense when they're on their 20 and their 50 or wherever, but once they get into the red zone, it just seems like it's a different animal. So I got questions for the defense on that end. And the offense looks good in the red zone. I want to see more of it. Hopefully less of Fairbairn kicking field goals and more of CJ Stroud and the rest of the O-line doing this number right here. So without further ado, make sure you are subscribed. Hit that bell for the notifications to turn on. Drop your comments. How do you feel about day 8 of Texans training camp? You know I'll reply. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.